but I'm not having any less fun this year.
It's hard when St. Patrick's Day is on a Monday, I find, unless you partied all weekend long and you're just extending it for 3 days. But anyway, temperature-wise, yes, a much, much colder St. Patrick's Day 2014 than it was 2012. I'm going to show you the numbers in just a moment, at least for Southern Ontario. I'm Kim MacDonald. Hope you had a good weekend. Here we go. This is what's happening Tuesday across the country. Temperatures remain on the cool side across the east, but every day you're going to see temperatures rise just a little bit more. We do have a system moving on to the BC coast late day Tuesday for the south. And for Atlantic Canada, nice day, but we've got another system on its way. That'll be more for Thursday, Friday. So let's talk about that 2012. So Toronto, I don't know, tank top weather, maybe not for me, the 12 degrees. But if I was in Kitchener at 22, sure, that southwesterly flow, temperatures in Wyerton and Windsor, low 20s, but that east wind off the lake made it a little bit cooler in Kingston, Hamilton, and Toronto, but not nearly as cold as it was on Monday when temperatures started off in the minus teens. Record-breaking cold on Monday morning. Okay, Tuesday morning, temperatures not quite as chilly. -7 is better than -16 in Hamilton, but you still have a wind chill in the minus double digits. And yes, we've spring just on our doorstep, and yet doesn't feel like it yet. Let's go now to Montreal. -6.8 on Monday. Normal daytime highs in Montreal, 3 degrees. Toronto, by the way, normal highs, 5 degrees. It was -4. That was it. Okay, let's see where real winter is. Anthony, and look at those conditions. Spring nowhere to be found. I said Montreal like St. Patrick's Day. Newfoundland also like St. Patrick's Day. I'm thinking, I might be generalizing, but I think I'm maybe right on this one. Okay, so we had that departing system that was bringing the snow and the blowing snow for Newfoundland. Another system passing south, high pressure in place. And here comes an area of low pressure. This one will be affecting Southern Ontario Wednesday morning. A little bit of snow, a little bit of freezing rain possible early in the day, and then changing over to rain as temperatures start to jump. All dressed in green? Why not? A holiday based on a party? Party based on a holiday? I don't know. Anyway, St. Patrick's Day. Hope you had a great time. Temperature-wise, little on the cool side, much cooler than average. Yet again, it seems like it's been that way almost the entire winter. Monday morning, record lows. Look at Collingwood. That's a 16-year-old low. It's a 6-degree difference. -20.2 broke a record. -14.4 was the old record. Shattered the one in Hamilton as well. The old record from 2008, -9.6, and it was -16 degrees on Monday morning. Very, very cold. Let's compare, at least in Southern Ontario, temperatures versus what they were 2 years ago. Look at this, 20, 23 degrees all the way along March 22nd, 26 degrees Celsius. Incredible warmth that March 2 years ago. Of course, it's a different scenario altogether this year. Tuesday, pretty quiet day all in all, with the exception of the north. A little bit of snow for Northern Ontario. This area of low pressure moving across the Great Lakes. By Wednesday morning, Southern Ontario, possibly some light flurries changing over to freezing rain, and then rain, because that's a warm front and we're looking at a warmer push of air moving in. Temperatures jumping up to 7 degrees in Toronto, 8 in Windsor, and with that comes rain rather than snow. Ottawa, cool enough ahead of that warm front that you'll see perhaps a couple of centimeters of snow. Eastward to Newfoundland, temperatures were a little cooler than average, but usually you can find a pub that is heated and it doesn't really matter how cold it is. Okay, so Tuesday morning temperatures look like this, or will look like this, I should say, across the maritime provinces. It's cold, -16 in St. John, feeling like -25. Same thing in Moncton. We do have departing systems, and again, for coastal Labrador, we're looking at the potential for snow and blowing snow, so winter storm warnings and blizzard warnings in place. And it was a pretty wild day in Newfoundland with snow and blowing snow as well. So Tuesday morning, we've got the system approaching. This is what is responsible for the strong winds and the blizzard conditions in coastal Labrador. Okay, yeah, it's much colder, but if you're indoors, who cares about the weather, right? But 2 years ago, this is what it was looking like. 12 degrees in Toronto, very mild. But it was cool for that day because, look, southwestern Ontario saw temperatures in the 20s. But it was right after that, March 2012, right after the 17th, where temperatures shot up. Look at these temps, 20, 23, 22, all the way through till the 22nd. So this was almost like the kickoff to spring, had temperatures that were more reminiscent of summer. It is St. Paddy's Day, so why not make the most of it? Although I think there may be a person or two who may have celebrated over the weekend as well. Just keep the party going. I'm a lover of St. Patrick's Day, so yes, go ahead, keep going. Go into Tuesday, why not? Tuesday morning, speaking of which, I don't know how many celebratory people will be up early, but this is how warm it's going to be, or cold. Not record-setting. We had the record-setting temperatures on Monday morning, and here they were. Look at this, all kinds of records broken. Markham, Hamilton, Goderich, Trenton all saw records fall on Monday morning. This does not look anything like spring to me. Minus 16, minus 17, my goodness. We do have a system moving in for Wednesday, so Tuesday's pretty quiet all in all. Area of low pressure moves into the Great Lakes, southern Ontario. May start off like light flurries, changing over to freezing rain. This is in the early part of the day, and then to rain because temperatures are going to jump up. How warm? Well, let's take a look. 7 degrees. 7 degrees. Not bad. You're going to have rain, but it's still going to be 7 degrees. And you might think that seems extraordinarily warm. 5 degrees is normal, so it's not really that far off the norm. We're just so used to the cold. Yes, spring arrives this week, believe it or not.